Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your man Coochie back with another video. Yes, it's been a minute since I've talked to y'all, and you probably been wondering where I've been. I just been working, honestly. I've been playing Call of Duty, but I've been posting like clips on TikTok and stuff like that. I haven't really vlogged that much in a while. I uploaded a Naruto video that was recently, maybe like a month and a half or so ago, maybe 2 months back in May probably. They struck it down, so that's why it's no longer up. So if you've seen it, it's not there no more. It had like 20 views or something like that. It was probably like 2 months ago. But honestly, I just been playing Call of Duty, been drawing almost every day. I've missed one day since like February. So my goal is to not miss a day again for the rest of the year. But yeah, because eventually the plan is to have my own comic book, my own manga, my own universe, something that I can be proud of that I created. Just having in a universe where people can indulge in and get lost in, and cosplay, do power scale videos on, merchandise, action figures, shows, movies, cards, statues. Like, this is something that I would really, really love to have. That's the goal. Like Todd McFarlane, to have my own universe like Marvel and DC. Obviously, it's not gonna be as big as them because they've been building that stuff for almost 100 years or so. You know what I mean? 80, 90 years, whatever. But they've been working on that for a long time. They've had many writers, many artists. So I'm just one person. But the goal is to, be as good as Toriyama and Kishimoto and Araki and all the other manga artists that I don't know. What's his name? Ida, the creator of One Piece or whatever. Ueda, or whatever his name is. I want to be like them, have my own stuff, my own universe that people are a fan of, that you can just be proud of. And obviously, I'm not like the best artist. Not right now, I'm not. But I have been getting better since I've started. And eventually, I'm going to be really good. That's like, I personally believe it's mathematically, universally, yada yada, impossible to not get better if you're constantly trying and you're constantly seeking it out to get better and you're trying to do whatever you can to get better. You eventually will become better. So I've been practicing every day, drawing every day. I've been practicing thumbnails, sketches. I even tried to draw a comic page. That's a little hard right now. I haven't done that too much, so I'm not familiar with it. So, I'm not gonna really do really too good with that. But I've been trying to think of my story, my universe. That's the hardest part, is trying to come up with the idea. Right now, I know I want ninjas, but it's like, where do I go from that? You know what I mean? That's the part where I want it to be like ninjas, not like exactly like Naruto, but obviously, but I want it to be a good amount of inspiration. I want it to come from Naruto, to come from Dragon Ball Z. So it's like, what's the plot? What's the story? What's the setting? That's the hardest part too, because I'm stuck on ideas, or like I'll have like an idea and it's like I can't flush it out. I can't make it better. It feels like, then I just feel like I get stuck at a certain point in a certain spot of trying to create. So it's like, dang, what do I do? Or I'll have like super many ideas where I don't know where to choose from or what to choose from. So that's like the big thing I'm stuck on. But like, I want it to be ninjas, most definitely. I'm not gonna say any of the ideas I have or anything besides like, ninjas, powers, abilities, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. I eventually want to bring vlogging back. So I want it to be, I'm not for sure if I'm going to continue making gaming videos, honestly. If I do, it'll probably be like background footage or something when I'm talking about something, I don't know. So, but I do want to continue vlogging, stuff like that. Gaming will be like put on the back burner, honestly, because that hasn't, like, I'm not going to say that hasn't gotten me anywhere, because obviously my channel is built off of gaming. It's gotten me the amount of subscribers I have now, every single one of y'all, and that stuck around. I appreciate it. So I wouldn't say that it hasn't gotten me anywhere, but I've just got to the point where I felt like that's as far as I could go, kind of, with the gaming. Like, I'm at the, I wouldn't say at a dead end, but the path feels like it's getting shorter and shorter, you know what I mean? So, but I do want to continue doing vlogs and stuff. I want to be able to mix my vlogs with my art stuff and the comic universes, like the comic community, just pop culture stuff, like, I don't know, like movies and going shopping. I don't know, bro. I want it to be like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not gonna say like pop culture, but like, I don't want to say like artsy, but I do want to like do stuff like this because I want to help people get better at drawing, and I want people to see my progress. I want to keep track of it. I want to inspire people with being a better artist, becoming a better artist, while I myself become a better artist, stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say every video will be like an art video or anything, but maybe I talk about art, maybe I talk about comics, maybe I talk about movies, like, you know what I mean? Just really cool stuff for people, the cool stuff. And yeah, like I've been watching a lot of art stuff over the past 2 years, a lot of drawing stuff over the past 2 years, a bunch of writing and reading stuff over the past 2 years, like how to create universes and worlds and stuff like that, like stuff about like George R.R. Martin, GRRM. I've been like just indulging in all kind of stuff like that, and how like manga stuff, watching videos on how to panel mangas and how to draw like this, and engaging in sci-fi stuff, and just engaging in a bunch of stuff like Pinterest, scrolling on Pinterest for a bunch of stuff, like trying to really learn and soak in as much as I can. But like, I know that eventually I'll come up with like a really cool idea, but it feels like right now it just feels like it's taking forever to come up with an idea. Like, I already have an idea, but I really don't want it to be get stuck on having to up myself in battles. Because I was watching a video about like Rocky yesterday where he's talking about tournaments and stuff, and the reason he doesn't really do like tournament arcs is because then you get like the writer gets stuck on having to up themselves every battle and stuff like that. And I really don't want to get into being stuck on battles and fighting and get lost in power scaling and stuff like that. But I do want those type of videos where people talk about the lore and people compare characters and like, oh no, this character is better than this character. Like, that's the stuff I want. So it's just like, how do I really bring something to life? Because I know how, obviously, you come up with like the history and you come up with like races and languages and their culture and, you know, their backgrounds and stuff like that. But like, how do I come up with an actual cool idea? What will it be? I don't want it just to be some ordinary ninja shit. I want it to be cool, where it's cool powers and cool fights and a cool story and a deep story that's like emotional and it gets people crying like Naruto and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna be back more with vlogs eventually, more drawing stuff. I plan on getting a bigger tablet to draw on and stuff like that. And I want to keep people updated with drawing, and eventually I want them to see my ideas come to life, and I want to inspire people, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, this has been your man Coochie. I'm out. See y'all.